All right, good morning. Once again, welcome back to Philippine Culture and Tourism Geography class. And on the last session, we were discussing about Cagayan, the the rice granary. The true Spelunker's paradise. Right now, we are to discuss the province of Isabela, which is also known as the rice granary of the north. So Isabela is also known to be the one of the major producers of corn. So, all right, one moment. So the capital of Isabela is Ilagan City, and the people from Isabela speaks Ilocano, Ibanag, Gadang, Tagalog, Yogad, and English. So they have independent city, Santiago City, and the component city is Kawayan and Ilagan, and they have 34 municipalities. Isabela is the second largest province in the Philippines next to Palawan. All right, if you could check on the map of Isabela, you would notice that on their north is the Cagayan. Okay? And yeah, as mentioned, this is one of the isa sa malalaking probinsya next to Palawan. Matter of factly, they are composed of 34 municipalities plus Santiago City, Kawayan, and Ilagan. So three cities in Isabela. So let's check on the popular tourist destinations and attractions in Isabela. So first is the Dibulo Waterfalls, which is one of the best nature attractions in the province of Isabela. This is located in Barangay Dibulo in Dinapigue. This waterfalls is considered the tallest one in the province. So if you would see by perspective, no? If you look here, ito, ang liit nung tao, and this is how tall the Dibuluo waterfalls. And hindi pa nakikita dun sa photo yung the highest or the summit of the falls kasi this is on naka-landscape orientation. Then the Magat Dam Tourist Resort Complex. So maybe you are wondering why kasama ang dam as one of the tourist attraction in Isabela. So ang dam is one of the water resource in the Philippines, and this is has become one of the attractions in Isabela because this is a Philippine tourism site that centers on the reservoir lake formed by the Magat Dam, which is a hydroelectric power plant in Aguinaldo, Ramon, Isabela. This is situated in Magat Forest Reserve, which is a pleasant location for picnicking, fishing, and engaging in various types of water sports. It is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the province of Isabela. Then the Palanan Rainforest, or the Northern Sierra Madre Natural Park, is the largest protected area in the Philippines with contiguous tropical forest, and the area is also richest in terms of the genetic species and habitat diversity in the country. So sobrang daming flora and fauna in the Sierra Madre. And right now that we are experiencing a lot of typhoon, we are very lucky to have the Sierra Madre who protects the area of the northern Luzon. The Sierra Madre protects, no, para ma-divert or ma-shield yung mga paparating na bagyo. So dapat protektahan natin ang not only the Sierra Madre but all of our natural destinations or natural gift kasi they are experiencing mga problema because of illegal logging and mga unauthorized activities in the forest. And the Palanan Rainforest is home to the mga haribon at saka mga endemic species such as yung mga crocodiles. Then the world's biggest butaka. Ano yung butaka? Butaka is actually the Tagalog term for rocking chair. So since Isabela is also known as the furniture capital of the province, Ilagan houses the world's largest butaka, towering at 11 feet 4 inches in height, 20 feet inches long, and 9 feet 7 inches wide, weighing a massive of 2,368 kilos. With its wide arms, it was depicted by the then town mayor Jojo Albano as the testament of the genuine hospitality of Ilagueños. So if you would notice on the photo how big the butaka is with reference to this person standing in front of the butaka. Yan. Then the bonsai forest. So the Dinapige showcase a bonsai forest with plants ranging from 1 foot to 7 feet in height. The forest is astonishing, covering an estimated 5,000 hectares. So this is also within the Sierra Madre range. Then there's Queen Isabella Park. So obviously, the name or the province of Isabela got its name in honor of Queen Isabella II of Spain. So this park was built in honor of Queen Isabella, after whom the province of Isabela was named through a royal decree issued by the King of Spain on May 1st, 1856. It's a magnificent megastructure which includes a colossal amphitheater designed to serve as the venue for leisure, cultural, and tourism activities of the province. It features eco-friendly and self-sustaining green design, while the rear portion has a landscape lagoon with natural spring water. Then Our Lady of Atocha Church. Our Lady of Atocha Church in Alicia is known for having an old Spanish church, or the architectural details is said to be Castilian, or has a semblance to the Spanish architecture. It is considered one of the best churches to visit for a pilgrimage in Isabela during Holy Week. The church was declared by the Philippine Department of Tourism as one of the national religious tourist attractions in the country. Although on the inside it looks a little bit modern, but on the facade or on the exterior, you would see that this is made up of red bricks, which are very Castilian in architecture. Also in Isabela is the St. Matthias Church. The church walls are made entirely of red bricks, just like the Our Lady of Atocha Church. The facade of the St. Matthias Church is a magnificent display of the use of ornamented bricks laid out in characteristic design. Customized bricks were numbered and placed customized to fit the walls. The interior of the church is similar to the facade, is veneered with ornamented bricks or red bricks. The upper half of the interior wall is laid with ornately designed brick blocks. So this is the photo of the facade. Okay, and this is the interior. And then in Isabela, they have the Aguinaldo Shrine. Although Isabela did not play a major role in the revolt against Spain, it is in Palanan that the final pages of the Philippine Revolution was written, when the American forces led by General Frederick Funston finally captured General Emilio Aguinaldo in the area on March 23, 1901. All right, to add, one of the tourist attraction of Isabela is the Dicotcotan Beach. This boasts of a 3-kilometer Long Beach with coral reefs, seagrass beds, and sandy shoreline that is fringed with coastal forest and a village. There are regular sightings here of pointed-nosed dolphins and humpback whales aside from the various species of fish and shellfish and marine turtles that can be seen from the surface. We can view that looking back when I shown you the map of Isabela, di ba? On their eastern side ay dagat. Kaya ang Isabela ay mayaman rin sa marine resources and this very popular Dicotcotan Beach because of on their east is the Philippine Sea. In Isabela, they are celebrating Baka Festival, Balatong Festival, and Binalay Festival. But more importantly, Isabela is very popular for Bambati Festival. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng Bambati? Bambati means scarecrow. Okay, kaya if you would see on when they celebrate their festivities in street dancing and different trade fairs, competition, you would see scarecrows or Bambati. So the province of Isabela celebrates these farmers helpers. Okay, and this is being celebrated every fourth week of July. This is in Thanksgiving for the various years harvest. So kung sa atin sa Quezon, we are celebrating the Pahiyas Festival in honor of San Isidro Labrador for a bountiful harvest. Sila naman, every fourth week of January, they have their version to glorify their rich harvest in the form of Bambati Festival. We can infer that diba, they are called to be the rice bowl or the rice granary of the north because they are the biggest producers of rice and corn. So bilang pasasalamat sa mayabong or masaganang ani, they are doing street dancing, merriment, trade fairs, parade, and competition, which is in the form of the Bambati Festival. In terms of the products, delicacies, and cuisine, kung sa Cagayan, meron silang Pansit Batil Patong. Dito naman sa Isabela, meron silang Pansit Kabagan, which originated in the town of Kabagan in Isabela. Ang Pansit Kabagan is made up of thin Mickey noodles, which is garnished with pork, lechon karahay, pork or chicken liver, vegetables, and quail eggs. So this is pretty much like the regular pansit. Kaya nga lang, hindi mawawala yung lechon karahay and itlog ng pugo on top of their pansit. They also have a delicacy which is called the binalay. Binalay is much like a suman, which is made up of sticky rice flour and wrapped in banana leaves. Binalay is cooked in boiling water until cooked, then served with latik sauce. And they have the moriecos, which is a rice cake or akakanin that is stuffed with latik or caramelized young coconut, steamed and wrapped in fresh banana leaves. Okay, so di ba sa in our previous discussion in a different province, they have their different versions of suman. In Isabela, apart from this, they are famous for longganisa. Okay, medyo nag-stuck lang yun. Ayan. So they are famous for their longganisa. And so sikat sa Isabela si Aling Belen, which is the one who made longganisa in Isabela popular. So Aling Belen is a household name in the province of Isabela because of the longganisa. She started mixing her own version of sausage 1970 pa lang, and her personal recipe makes her longganisa the best in Cabanatuan. But apart from the Kabanatuan Longganisa, which is a garlicky sausage pero siya ay yung dikit-dikit. They also have what they call bototay. I'm sure that bototay sounds familiar because this has been popularized in the movie Kasal, Kasale, Kasalo, which is a beef longganisa na nabanggit in the film Kasal, Kasale, Kasalo, which because the film was shot in Cabanatuan in Isabela. So do not forget the Cabanatuan Longganisa and Bototay when you visit Isabela. And lastly, because Isabela is known to be one of the biggest producers of corn, they have developed corn coffee, and it's a tasty version of coffee, and it has its own health benefits. So let us check in film. I have a video that I'm going to show you. That depicts the all right, just one moment. All right, here the different tourist attractions and the delicacy of Isabela will be showcased. So let's watch this short documentary or video. Isabela, Isabela. And I'm so sorry. I think we're having some technical difficulty. I'll just have this uploaded on your LMS. And well, anyway, we are able to cover Isabela. So in our next session, we would be discussing 2 more provinces. We're still to cover, sorry, 3 more. Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, and Batanes. So I hope that you were able to learn so much from Isabela and have that on your bucket list to visit Isabela.